Hello, everybody. Mr. BPG here, just hanging out, getting ready to do some work on the computer. But I figure before we get started, might as well go back and play my game. Turns out I don't really play the game that much unless I go live with it, so
I can still do things.
yeah, I can still do things.
Huh?
So, per usual, I like to go through the town,
Yay!
find different characters, and have them work on various projects.
Okay, here goes nothing.
Usually it's to collect
Hot dog!
whatever the collectible is of the day. Certain people I like to send out to do the same task. So here you go. Hans Moleman spends every day taking a football to the nuts while he spends his day setting up and recording. I imagine that'll be me as an old man wandering around trying to record stuff still.
I'm putting this on my resume.
Excuse me, I use these two to air quotes play together. One kid bullies the other. We'll see what happens when they grow up.
Hello? Oh no!
Oh no.
Here you go.
So here at the church, the angel with the eternal flame, I like to put these two together.
Ugh.
He doesn't like it. But they hang out outside the church and celebrate everyone coming in. Usually it's just the ghost of Maud Flanders in the church, but it's the book burning mobile from early episode.
Whoa. I'm writing all your names on the detention list in my mind. This is a gross misuse of school property.
This is a strange situation I have going on here just for
That was
fun.
fun. So it must have
Yeah.
been bad.
Must have been bad. Yeah, usually you got that right. Todd.
You'll pay.
Anyways, Rod and Todd sit here playing on the seesaw. And I imagine this lady right here acts as their babysitter. She just sits there and supervises them, and I would never picture Ned
Mr. Burns forever.
or Mr. Burns play. I wouldn't let them play by themselves, basically. It's too dangerous for kids like that, so. And as you can see, they're playing at the children playground, which has a normal set of fun stuff to do, plus two different castles. But then across the street is,
Oh dear God, I hope my other lawsuits are okay.
good luck with your losses there, buddy. Anyways, this guy's sitting here on the other side of the fountain, almost watching these guys. Look, it seems like this is in the way. I'd probably have to move it over here to make it seem a little bit more like he's watching them. Better. There's Fireman Mo.
I wish I could burn them all.
Interesting choice of words. He walks around with one boot on, looking for donations. Alright, let's see who's gonna win. Go for the long shot and see how it goes. There goes Swifty. Troll Britannia leads into the first. Obedient School Dropout is gaining fast. And now Fat Tony informs me that Raised by Wolves, who is currently napping on the backstretch, is the winner. I would have to say that was a fixed match, but what do I know?
That is a gun in my pants.
Hey now. Phrasing. Yes, she's close. So, right outside the music store is a depressed-looking guitarist. That's new. Mr. Burns and Smithers like to do money fights all day. Here's the rich son of Quimby. He basically enjoys a privileged life of hanging out outside his family's mansion all day. And across the street at the strip club, Shot Kickers Bar in Springfield, almost motel, you have Mrs. Muntz, who says she's performed at the Dancing Bee, or performed the Dancing Bee. All I ever see is her cough, flash, and then a hamster falls out. I don't even want to know where that hamster was. Happy face.
I ain't had citrus for weeks, and I'm raring
Yeah,
for a
it's
kill.
me.
I like Bart
Some green off my folks.
being here on the pier. It's as if he's hanging out on the pier playing for money, just like the rest of these performers.
There she blows!
And the sea captain's out here warning everybody about what's going on in the changing oceans. Here we go. Mindy now lives outside the mafia compound. Just catches sun all day.
I'm taking you to court. Lawyers rule.
Good.
Non-lawyers drool. We did it, and no one got pinched.
Good luck with that, buddy. I'm waiting on a phone call. Here we have the eternal hope for racial peace. Happy Black History Month. It's a whole lot of history to be found. But in this forest, we have our two elderly, well, he's more yellow than white, and he's more brown than black, but they go fishing together every day.
I think I bit off the majority of my tongue. Actually tasted pretty good. As a public servant, I'm not allowed to use my own
you remember me,
judgment
Judge
in any
Snyder? A little gaveling ought to take care of this thing.
Phrasing. So yeah, they just hang out and go fishing all day on this tiny little patch of land outside of the looks like Nikola Tesla house, and looks like they switch ponds. All night game. Yeah, it was from I forget what season, but Homer sees the diet sign. Here we got the nerds hacking various websites or movie studios. And they're doing it right outside the prison.
We get
Like,
paid now, right? Right? I'm pathetic.
Kirk Van Houten. He
You
advertises.
disappoint me more than I do Millhouse.
Really? Sorry, man. I'm trying my best here.
I can't believe you beat me, but you did.
Who the hell was that? This guy?
Time to choose.
Let's see what happens. Takes some pills, and he's got red eyes and electric hands. Guess that makes sense hanging out here by the pharmacy. Bum. Completed a daily challenge. Let's go back to those. Where is daily up here? So this, I gotta collect furniture. So I go over to the rich side of town. Reset a few people over here while I'm there. Hey, Stampy.
This is awesome.
Hang out with Bart. But I have to find people who can do it. It only takes 30 seconds to earn a sofa. But 30 seconds 20 times would be some amount of minutes. I'm guessing 10. but I haven't really put the time in to do the maths to find out. Mrs. Quimby goes shopping on the rich side of town all day. I find it interesting that her go shopping tasks is always on this side of town with the rich mall, but across town there's a poor mall where they have gyms and fast food restaurants and hamburger heaven and just the Springfield Mall and a Googleplex. She doesn't usually go around that area.
My name is Sebastian. Excuse me, miss. You asked about the monorail?
Nope, no one asked. Oh shoot. I've now traveled into the maze.
No doubt you recognize me. All right.
So Dr. Marvin Monroe still hanging out in the maze. He's on solitary, so he doesn't really know he's not talking to anyone. Kind of feels like me out here, just having a therapy session to himself. I don't know, this town just got out of hand with the amount of stuff to do in it that it became hard to ever play. Half the time I'd be playing for so long I'd start to get bored of it. So usually it's because I have certain things like the shootout, really
Please.
generating power,
Scotsman. Screw you!
and the band playing in the background. I like to reset these things because, like I said, I put a lot of work and effort into placing all these things, and I would call this almost like a model train in the way that I've set it up. So over here is the death race, as I call it. Each of the characters does something relatively aggressive.
Whoa, careful there. Chicks dig scars. I've broken that thumb dozens of times.
While I'm in the maze, I can skip past a few things. I got my square short decimal to the point of pi. I thought that was fun. It's square pi.
When I grow up, I want to be the new. My imaginary friend thinks you're stupid. You're the mommy.
While I'm in the maze, I go over here. This will tap all of the different buildings, collect everything for me. So I don't have to worry about collecting any money from the buildings. But I still have to reset all the people. I could do shortcuts here. Find different people and have them do other things. Since this is the only thing the character can do, I'm collecting them for some reason. I can't even remember at this point. That's something that the game tries to do to keep you playing, but like I said, once the town got out of hand, I found it hard to log on and play every day, so I never really get through a lot of these things going on. As you can okay, shit.
Laughing time is over.
As you can see, I got all these different projects, either half done. See, this is a 6-second thing I could have done however long ago.
Vote Quimby.
I never did.
All right.
Got our little garbage dump
Oh boy.
where they have scrap, garbage, the tire fire, and recycles. Swapping those two around since you can't really see the tire fire with the amount of garbage I got going on here. Maybe I can. What the hell? What am I doing wrong here? Let's see. There we go. And that, once again, is just completely confusing. Alright, let's see. There we go. And then, yeah, back to the maze. Let's see, what's Quimby up to? He just finished.
Yay! Vote Quimby.
This is make Lou grill mayor Quimby. Where's
Aside from
Lou?
my gun, all that makes me feel like a
Time
man.
for Lou
is
to
my
bring
enormous jet.
peace.
Not bad. Over here is the itchy and scratchy
Gotta run.
land.
I'm late for Pilates. Eddie
Where-
likes to hurt people.
Nothing can possibly go wrong
I'm using my right to remain silent.
because they have a crash police car, and I can make him run around with a gun. I sometimes
did it for you, Lenny. Hey, is this about Lenny?
no. Sometimes I pretend they're doing Beverly Hills Cop 3.
Carl is in the house.
Arrivederci.
Arrivederci. Not
This
yet.
makes me feel like a natural woman. This is the best day of my life.
There's my ant farm. When you watch a documentary on ants, you start to think that they're really the ones that have dominion over what goes on the earth here. That kid looks like he's beating someone up.
Whoa,
There's my guy.
come steady customer. Clean up in all the aisles. All right.
I
I like to hold my gun sideways. It looks so
Damn,
cool.
I'm good.
all right, I give up. I don't know any black mayors, although to be fair, I don't know any white ones either. Will you please speak at this event? Oh shit, brought him in to speak. They say crime waits for no man. That's time, Lou, not crime. Oh, you're correcting me now? That's it. I'm taking the day off for this event. To celebrate Black History Month in Springfield, Carlsbad's Caverns. I have till March 12th to play through the stories of influential black citizens in Springfield. There we go. What we got? So, with the coin, I can get one of Bart's friends, the Brother Faith Van. Don't remember what episode she was in. There's the sports desk and someone else. I don't know. Here's another one. Drederick Tatum, Alcatraz, Lucius Sweets. But I don't have any tokens. You're my favorite daddy. That's Babar. How about I tell you the story of the toughest case, the disappearance of Lewis Clark? Never heard this one. Hydra homies, let's take a sip. It's because you weren't there, Chief. Bart, you want to do your Black History Month report on me? But why? You're the black person I most admire, says Bart. Really? Totally. You saved my dad's life 1,000,000 times by turning him on his side when he passes out. So there isn't something else you admire more, like Thurgood Marshall, Nelson Mandela, the cool black guy from Black Panther? That was Michael B. Jordan playing Killmonger. He was the cool guy. Sacrificed himself to wake people up. Those guys are great, but I don't want to do the research. Let's do this already. I'm brokering a fireworks deal with Nelson in half an hour. Without talking about the guy who's got me here. Deadbeat Dad Carl Sr., the spelunker, excavator, and hyper-capitalist founders of Carl's dad's cabins. And then Lisa's doing one on Dr. Hibbert. Maya Angelou, Tony Orson, and Octavia Butler have all passed away, so can I interview you? Absolutely, it's an honor to be fourth on such a short list. You weren't fourth, and it wasn't a very long list. Ouch. Could you tell me how you became a doctor? Sure, it almost didn't happen. I was dangerously close to flunking out of medical school. My grades were perfect, but I kept laughing at inappropriate times. Like the skinny fella in the Joker movie. I forget the name of the character he played. Is what he'd say. Alright, collect badges. Make Wiggum pretend he remembers.
Someone call 911.
Okay. Alright, you guys go get some hard
This thing
hats.
until yesterday.
Hard hats, hard hats. What happened to Wiggum? There's Wiggum.
Ah. Let's roll, boys.
I'll take 4 hours. So I could play this game in a way where I get reminders to go play and keep up on it, but as you can tell, it just takes way too long to put everything back to the way I want it. I'm 20 minutes into this episode and Cameron took me 4 hours to remember the case that I was in just last week. Chief and I were playing Narco Polo in the evidence room when Bart came to report his missing friend. Came to report a missing person, also to turn myself in for a bunch of stuff. I've still got to wait 4 more hours before we can get to it. Let's see. There's
Sayonara!
Bumblebee Man.
What was that?
Let's see, where was I?
Excuse me.
Hot damn, a customer.
Hey, it's Gil. Poor Gil. You can't just come to the breakfast after service. You have to come to the part where you give money to us as well. Help old Gil pay his tithes and get in good with the deacons. What do you say? Let's see. Oh, there's a mega church for 150 donuts. I got 71. Also got a 666 in my number. God, every day I notice that combo somewhere. Won't have his prayers answered this time. Amen. Oh, poor Gil. Don't put your prayers in the money. Not worth it to anybody. Guess I could get Springfield University. Put it to the entrance here. That'd be a better looking entrance than the Technical Institute. I don't know where I put the institute.
I make the news. Ah! Let's do it. But if I chip a nail, I sue.
Well, outside. Where are we at? Where are we at? There's this guy. I'd like to put him on the outdoor theater here. Him or his brother. Hey, doggo. What's going on?
Clean up in all the aisles. Thank you. Come again. Hey, what the? All right.
There's the child's imagination here. Actually used some of this footage in a future vlog.
Oh, yes.
Billowy backpacks.
Cut that out.
Haven't released it yet. That one's going to be more of an April release. I just finished editing March's release, and I have one ready for May as well. And I still sometimes like to throw in the occasional Hey Human or, some of those other shows I like to make. I still enjoy doing
I'm
the,
getting athlete's tentacles. Something terrible. Hey, what are you, blind or something?
not yet, but I do need readers. No, I enjoy making the occasional movie pitch now.
You made me swallow my gum.
Hoping those will get out. Hopefully those will get out to the right people at the right time. If not, they'll just exist here and when they're ready.
Clean up in all the aisles. Thank you. Come again. Oh, all right.
Okay. Let's her to feed the birds. I like having my old granny hang out and feed the birds.
Knock it off. This is almost as satisfying as a silky smooth Laramie.
Patty goes back and forth between smoking and napping on the bench.
Can your grandfather do this?
Old Jewish man. He drops his pants for change.
There's no stronger force than a senior citizen holding on to a freebie.
Okay. I only drop my pants for dollar bills, yo, so don't even try. Hey, buddy. Give me a call. Let her wander
Clean up
around
in
for a
all
bit.
the aisles. Come, steady customer. Oh, all right.
What's up, my guy? Got Zorro here. And now Bernie checking in. What's up, my doggos? You guys need something from me? Here's the Springfield Zoo. So on the way into the zoo, it's in one of the far corners of the map. there's a three-headed bully dragon on an island just outside the zoo. Then there's what is this? Tree resort. And he looks out on the whatever that is. There's a butterfly garden right in front of the pet shop. Oh no, here's the butterfly garden. This is tigers. Yeah, there's the tiger house. Then there's the petting zoo. You can mess around with the goats. Change which animals right now. We have rams, llamas, rams, and emus, but I can change the ram to a llama if I wanted, or I could have 2 emus. There we go. And then the Wet and Wacky Wonder World is just basically an exit out to the river part of the map. Alright, let's see. Buy that one, and buy that one. Haha, I can afford it. Okay. So now I can do this. What I do with these situations is buy different splotches of land now here in the maze area. And then every time I get some new update, I can add it to the open sections of the maze. For example, this guy right here, I haven't found a spot for it. So, let's see if it'll fit here. See, I can't put it here, because if I put it, I guess I could put a map in between. There you go, I'll put it right there. And then, go by. I'm already almost out of money again. How quickly it goes when you're buying in land. Not IRL, of course. But that wasn't the plan. Come on, buddy. What are we barking at? Hey, my guy. Bernardo. Actually, go back to how we had it. Put this over here. Yeah, so right now I'm just messing around with the maze like I do. Boy, nose is itching. All right. Basically almost done at this point. As I play and get tired, I'll finish moving some stuff around and then eventually shut her down. Let's see, will it fit? Yes, it doesn't fit, so. Okay, grab Grab these guys. And I'll put this over here somewhere and eventually build out around it. Excuse me. I don't even remember what that is. Boy, excuse me. Excuse me. Let's see. Well, I think I'm coming to the end of the game here. Dogs are telling me they need to go outside, so time to
Come again.
take a break from the
All right.
what do you call it? Take a break from the game here and call it a wrap on this stream. So if you were there, thanks for watching. Thanks for checking in. Hope you have a great day, and I will see you next time.